No, this whole thing, all of this, it's all about me.
Oh, no. No.
Choices. Who would you say is more likely to be supportive of the LGBTQ community?
Oh, this dude.
Okay, why would you say that?
Because he's a brown person and he's not for Trump.
Do you think the fact that he's part of Hamas would stop him from supporting that community?
Not at all.
Probably number one.
Number one?
Palestinians.
Why would you say that?
Because Trump supporters are typically anti-LGBT.
Do you think, so somebody that's a member of Hamas, would they support the LGBTQ community?
You know, I'm not sure.
I'd say number one.
Number one? Okay, what makes you say that?
They just look kinder.
Kinder. Do you think that, you know, somebody that's, say, a member of Hamas would be supportive of the gay community? Yeah? What do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe him.
Number one?
He looks a little friendlier.
Trying to address
Wow,
it.
do you really put those on the same level?
I absolutely
Racism
do.
and sexism, you put it on the same level as cultural appropriation?
That's exactly.
So if somebody wears their hair like you're wearing it, you put that on the same level as racism?
Absolutely. I put that on the same level as white supremacy, because white supremacy is intersection.
I've seen people get offended by braids and say, oh, you know, braids are a black people thing and white people can't wear braids. It's called a Dutch braid. It was from back in Nordic times, old Nordic times, with white people, with Vikings, would wear braids, yet people want to come and claim that it's some part of their culture now. No, you can't claim that something is just a part of your culture either. It's for people to share and celebrate and use, so you can actually have a society that is cohesive and works together as a melting pot, not all these different groups that can't work together because everyone's so offended. The only people who are actually offended by cultural appropriation don't really have anything else of meaning going on in their lives, it seems.
Yeah.
Well, that's rich.
I will leave the link for this full debate down below, but to summarize what they said, this guy here and this girl here, they basically believe that if you're going to do something and it's from somebody else's culture, then that's appropriating their culture. And this guy actually said that he thinks that's just as bad as racism. This girl also said that the reason you can't do it is because it's up to the culture and her culture is essentially against it. And then Amala Ekbanobi, this girl here, she said, well, you can't really say that because I'm half black and I don't have a problem with it, so you can't speak on behalf of everybody. You can speak and say you don't like it, but that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. That just means you're offended. If you're going to get offended, then this guy here, well, he's also guilty of that, isn't he? Because what's he wearing? A suit. Where did suits come from? It says in the 19th century, European men began wearing well-cut, tailored suits recognizable today. So technically, you're appropriating British culture, which he even said is just as bad as racism. So what's that all about, mate? You're a hypocrite.
So since the Supreme Court just came down with some kind of bullshit decision saying that one man is above the law in this country, even though the Constitution says quite different and they're supposed to uphold constitutional law, so I don't know what Constitution they read to get the answer for this, but since they say that a president is immune from prosecution for anything he does officially while he's in office, I think that Joe Biden should officially have Donald Trump killed off, and that would solve this problem of him being too stupid to run our country for 4 more years because he's brain dead. But he could win the election that way. Take the official stance and just shoot Donald Trump right there on 5th Street. The Supreme Court said you could.
Okay, are you gonna post this on Facebook, you weird?
Come on!
I'll have to say whatever the fuck I want.
Did you damage his sign?
I have it on video.
No,
I can see that you guys have it on video. So what's gonna happen? With all respect.
So here's the damage.
So are we pressing
Yes,
charges?
yes.
Are you kidding?
Destruction of private property. Yep. After good behavior, 6 months in community service, the judge will drop it.
I am a full-time student. I'm coming back here in the summertime.
Nope. Next time you'll think not to do it.
Dude, like you can't find any like peace in your heart and understanding for
I will let.
This is insane.
No, what was insane is what you did for no reason.
What is that your friend is in a bunny suit and you're
Okay.
outside of a liberal arts school inciting you.
I'm on a public street and a public sidewalk on a public street.
I don't understand this.
This is probably the third or fourth flag that's been damaged.
Damper in my studies and my future, though. Don't you think it kind of gets in the way of like me growing and becoming as an individual?
Teachable moment.
What is a teachable moment?
This.
Right now.
What about your president that's literally getting indicted right now? What about that?
Oh, for what? The false charges? I'll tell you something. I live in Delaware.
I don't want to listen to you.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
you do.
You know what? Press charges. These people need to learn lessons. You can't go around breaking people's stuff just because someone has a difference of opinion to you. That's not how the world works. It's a good teachable moment. You might learn a lesson from this. Also, did you notice how she values her freedom of speech so much, but completely disregarded his right to freedom of speech?
Can we talk about illegal immigrants? Because our country is literally full of them. And I'm talking specifically about the whiteys, the Caucasians, the white people in America. They literally are here illegally. Their ancestors are criminals that came here illegally. And I don't know, maybe in the future we can do like a mass deportation, like all these white Americans they can go be refugees in Europe or something. Or like we can like have like a spot in America where like the refugees can go, and obviously we'll provide them with care and stuff, but it's important that they do it the right way. Just because their ancestors didn't doesn't mean they should get the benefits of that. And I think that they should they should be deported until they can like work their way back and get a citizenship the right way, like the way I did it. I did all the paperwork. They should also have to, because again, we don't need more criminals in this country. It's already full of them.
Okay.
Done. I'm done. I'm fucking seriously done. The Supreme Court has pissed me off so much right now. Like, so much. Joe, you're a reasonable man. You don't want to do this, but here's the reality. This is a fucking war. This is a war now, and we are fighting for our fucking country. And these assholes are gonna take it away. They're gonna take it away. Fuck you, Clarence Uncle Thomas. Fuck you. Joe, you now have the right to take that bitch Trump out. Take him out, Joe. If he was Hitler and this was 1940, you'd take him out. Well, he is Hitler, and this is 1940. Take him the fuck out. Blow him up. Blow him up, or they'll blow us up. Facts.
This person having a little meltdown is over the US Supreme Court that basically ruled presidents or former presidents have immunity for official acts, but not immune for unofficial acts. And this person just cannot handle it, can they? Like, they're completely unhinged. They really do lead miserable lives. Have you ever seen these people? They always look so angry and unhappy. These alphabet activists are some of the most violent and extreme groups of people in all of America. Anyway, this is the person in question and has 1.1 million followers, so you've got quite a big influence there, and you're inciting violence to all these people, which is absolutely insane. But apparently we're on the wrong side. Okay.
Are you a Democrat or a Republican?
I am an American bald eagle.
You think other people could guess that?
I'm pretty sure they can. You know, with a bald head.
Do you think that this guy is a Democrat or a Republican?
I would hope a Democrat, because he's kind of cute.
Would you give him that hawk tour?
The what?
The hawk tour?
Sure.
Are you a Democrat or a Republican?
Given the options, I would definitely pick Biden.
You think other people could guess that?
Probably.
Do you think that this guy is a Democrat or a Republican?
Yo, bro, that look homo. That's Democrats. Democrats dress like that. Not supposed to be dressed like that. That's Democrat.
Why?
That's the way he's dressed. We don't. Republicans, we rich. We don't dress like that.
You know, it's almost like men and women were created differently, isn't it? It's almost like women were created with the intention to be able to have kids, and men with the intention to do other stuff. I mean, this is literally what's used to identify male or female in skeletons and stuff, but I guess some of you ain't ready for that conversation yet.
Still not uncommon to hear the phrase, "that's a man's job," and I want to hear your thoughts on that particular phrase.
So remember, just oppose their views. It's super simple.
Brian?
There are men's jobs and there are women's jobs. I mean, I think we all, I mean, we're not saying that that doesn't exist, right? I mean, you're not.
We are kind of saying that.
But it's just like if you pull up to a garage and you got to get like an alternator replaced and there's a woman mechanic, the majority of men and women are going to look at that and be like, hey man, I'm all for, you know, women's rights. I mean, who isn't? But I also want my car to run well.
You can feel it. You can feel it. I can't take it.
We're going to discuss some of the most influential women, who you think they are, and sort of what gives them that influence. Michelle Obama, Shonda Rhimes. Women can do all sorts of things.
All right, buddy. Now disagree with that.
You know, these are, you know, the Michelle Obama thing. She got there because she slept with a man.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I think Michelle Obama is a fantastic example.
Right, she wouldn't be in the White House if her husband hadn't gotten her there. I mean, very pretty. Very pretty.
Obviously this is comedy, but he did make a good point about Michelle Obama. All she did was marry a guy. Anyway, this kind of reminds me of the people getting offended earlier. Some dude, here is a joke about race. Dude of that race, yo, that's hilarious. Some white girl. And I took that personally. Anyway, that's the end of the video, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.